Hello!
Hello, we are back. And it's Naomi's turn.
Yay! Okay, so Jono, it's my turn now to make Jono enjoy a video that I have chosen. And
so tonight we will be watching The Exorcist.
No, we won't.
Roll credits.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
I will go right to the very end of the list and I will say number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Okay. So, number 10 is...
The Holiday.
Starring Jack Black.
Jack Black. I quite like him. Sometimes.
Jude Law.
Likewise.
Cameron Diaz. And...
Not a huge fan.
Oh, what's her name? Lady, she's been in a anyway.
And her.
And her. The other one. Alright, so tonight we're watching The Holiday.
Already bored.
Sarah Parrish.
Who? Look what I wrote about 5 minutes ago.
It's alright, I don't want to see. I'll look at your notes when we finish.
Look.
It's alright, I'll look at your notes when we finish.
No, look now. Look.
I mean, he hasn't cheated on her.
Well, he did because he had a girl with him. So technically.
Technically, he's cheating on the other woman with her. If you were following it.
Well, I guessed that he was a cheat of sorts, the bad guy,
Okay.
the smarmy guy, the Hugh Grant guy. And she is arriving for the turkey curry buffet.
No.
It's so like Bridget
It's
Jones
not.
right now.
You've got to watch it. It's not Bridget Jones.
Well, so far it's almost identical.
Alright.
That was very convincing crying, Kate.
Stop.
Because I can't remember the last time we did it. Come on, nobody has time for sex. That's not entirely true. You absolutely slept with her. Seriously, you have to get out.
Were you implying something there?
No.
You nodded?
No, I'm just going along with I'm watching it, that's all.
Not me, not really.
Look, I did the best I could. Is anybody good enough for that job?
No, it's okay. I'll be alright.
No, I know. I'm thinking about me.
Over.
There he is.
Might as well be honest with each other. I think you'll see that too. Maybe when I stop having visions of you two together, I will see
Look at
your
that mouth.
side.
Together. Visions of you two together.
You know what I really want to do? I want to eat carbs without wanting to kill myself. You know, I want to read a book, not just a magazine, an actual book. For years I read these reviews, I buy the books, but I never read.
England! I'll go to England! They have books in England! Not in America!
Severe stress.
Stripping.
See what I mean? I need a vacation.
Here it comes.
Okay, where do I want to go?
Let me
I wanna
guess.
go back to Christmas.
Anywhere in the world.
Living on vacation. Alone. Where's your vacation? Good. Where's that?
England.
Bora Bora.
England.
Pack one. Thank you. Vacation rentals. I could do that. Pull up in a house somewhere. Disappear for a few weeks.
Shock heart probe?
Why are you ready to marry us with a cup of coffee?
Oh, isn't that the cottage that Kate Winslet was in just now?
English Town is just 40 minutes from exciting London.
Christmas in LA. Exactly the same as every other day.
Oh, I bet it smells of oak. Oh, wood fire.
Keep dressed. Oh, suitcase. I can do this. I can drive on the wrong side of the road. And the wrong side of the car.
It's not the wrong side of the road or the wrong side of the car. I hate it when Americans say that.
Okay, I hate this.
Write it down if you want.
You okay?
Yes. There's squint in my eye.
Oh, I hate that. Let me see. Yeah, you got something in your eyelash. You want me to get it?
Oh, also, I should warn you. I'm not very good at this.
Kiss me.
Sex.
Okay, no, that cannot be true.
Nevertheless, the guy that
I totally believe that.
a girl does not forget a comment like that. I mean,
That's a bit mean. Why do you totally believe her?
Oh, the way she's been going on, you know, she...
I mean, how bad can
I mean, this! See, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, she's nervous.
Well, she should be. She's only just met the guy.
Yeah, it's like a one night stand.
But it's not, because they're making like a deal.
She's nervous. She's talking a lot because she's nervous.
Sorry.
Cary Grant.
That's right, he was.
True, yes.
How did you know that?
He told me. Well, I thank you very much.
Wait a minute, he was from Bristol.
Jono is really reluctantly reviewing the film The Holiday.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Okay, my first point is how much I don't really like Cameron Diaz. I think she's really annoying.
Okay. You find her annoying. Why do you find her annoying?
She always has this sort of childish quality, sort of behaviour about her, which I don't really like. In Charlie's Angels, it really ticked me off. You know, she was my least favourite character. She's always been the same in like most of the films she's been in. The only film, and I've said this to people, the only film where she plays this voluptuous, you know, talented woman is the very first film that she did, which was The Mask. But way back in God knows when, you know, when no one had ever heard of her. She played this, you know, beautiful lounge singer with an actual, but something happened to her where she became this really tall, you know, thin, you know, annoying person. Anyway, that's, you know, I've written here, don't care, get on with it.
Okay, what point was that?
Well, the funny thing is, it started off just like Bridget Jones' Diary, the first one. We have this lonely woman who works in an office, a newspaper, you know, kind of thing. She has a smarmy git of a bloke in her life, and she's unhappy, and she you know, and it's all, and she's narrating, she's talking herself through, she's setting it up for us. What happened to that? I just realised we never hear the narration again in the whole film. She doesn't wrap it up at the end. You know, so why does she start off narrating her story and then, you know, at the end we don't hear anything else, you know? So I just sort of, she was setting up, she was giving us way too much exposition, and I just wrote, don't care, get on with it, you know, just want it, because it starts off way too, you know, it's slow. Well, the whole thing sort of moves like that, really. Pardon me.
I agree, it does start off much like Bridget Jones. Not identical to or anything like
Pretty
that,
damn close.
but there's aspects that are also in Bridget Jones.
To the extent where she actually turns up at this small cottage in the snow, I seriously was expecting her to open the door and there'd be all these people who have like turkey curry buffet and that Magic Moment song. You know, I really was expecting something like that to happen. You know, but that's thankfully when it took a turn into its own film, I thought.
Okay.
That Jasper character was so obvious. You know, it was so obvious what was going to happen with him. He's the ladies' guy, the charmer, the smarmer, and you know, one guy after the other, and not giving a damn about it. The Hugh Grant character. You know? And when his introduction was quite.
So you were saying they're quite identical almost as well, their characters. Hugh Grant's character in Bridget Jones and
that character's introduction is always similar as well. There's always some sort of doorway involved where he appears in the doorway. You know, with Hugh Grant in Bridget Jones, the lift doors open and there he is. And in this one, she's working at her desk and she hears his voice behind her. She turns and there he is in the doorway, and a ping. You know, it's always like this appearance of the guy anyway.
But I mean that happens in majority of, let's say, female centered or female orientated films. The bad guy or the guy that they're not supposed to go for but they do, they always end up in the doorway. So yeah, that really is. I don't know why. Maybe it is a cliche. It is a cliche. Maybe there's
the whole film.
Maybe there's something sexy or cool about a man leaning against the doorway.
Well, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And the whole films like this are jam-packed full of cliches, and this one is no exception. I've put 10:05. He'll cheat on her.
Sure.
What exactly is Scorsese Red? I want to look that up.
Well, don't do it now. Do it after. Okay, do it now.
I don't mind.
Scorsese Red.
Oh yeah, like in Taxi Driver, the deep shades of red.
Okay.
That Scorsese filmed in, red, I get it.
Yeah.
Like Travis Bickle close-ups and.
So she wants
Yeah, I get
the
it.
lady in the film wanted a more of a lovey-dovey red, not such a blood red.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't get that, so I'll be okay.
Okay.
Scorsese, that's my mind settled. Oh yeah, I laughed when Cameron Diaz starts talking about, I need a holiday, I need to go somewhere where there are books.
Yeah.
I was like, England. And of course she's at the computer, England, what a surprise. Almost being deliberately bad effects. Oh yeah, that was the skidding, when she slid. It was almost as if this film was not exactly a piss take on this kind of lovey-dovey film. There was almost a homage-like quality to it, like it was paying a homage to 1950s and 60s romance films. Like, actually now I think about it, when they're in the video shop, in the background, there were quite a lot of references to Breakfast at Tiffany's and Gone with the Wind, and this is before 50s and 60s, but the way that the style of the film was shot in a lot of places seemed to be paying homage to classic romantic films of the 50s and 60s. Right, moving on. Now, do you know if this was actually filmed, if the English bits were actually filmed in England? Because obviously some of the exterior shots were, but the interior shots that were supposed to be in England, I kept getting the impression that they weren't in England.
I would say, just by the layout of the places, I would say they were filmed in England. At least the cottage scenes were filmed in England. The Jude Law's house might have been filmed in America, but.
Now, Cary Grant, this thing about him being from Surrey, I didn't know he was born on my birthday, January the 18th.
Yeah.
Cary Grant was born on my birthday, January the 18th. Now,
so what happens in the film?
Born in Bristol.
Cary
They
Grant is
They know how they've seen it. They
is
know.
mentioned
Second child
as being
he
from
was-
Surrey.
So he was born in Bristol, as I thought.
Yeah. Did he live? Did he live in Surrey?
I'm just finding that out now.
Okay.
Ah. I've actually come across this. I've typed in Cary Grant Surrey, and the first page that comes up is The Holiday Movie Mistakes. So Arthur says that Cary Grant was from Surrey, and Iris, who is from Surrey, agrees with him. And it says Cary Grant was actually from Bristol. So point to me there. Now, I put tons and tons of stuff about Jude Law's character because he really had me guessing throughout the film. Firstly, I put that he's not Kate Winslet's brother.
Which he is.
Yeah, which he turned out to be.
Well, the characters.
Okay, he was. But I just kept getting the feeling, I was right that there was something he was hiding, which turned out to be true. I just thought it was going to be
His kids.
But I was just expecting something terrible. And it turns out that his reveal, the liar, well, he didn't lie about it, but his secret wasn't bad at all. So he had kids and his wife had died. Okay, that's sad, and there are things to consider, I appreciate, but it wasn't a terrible, reveal.
But who said it had to be terrible? Just in your head it had to be terrible.
He's a dad, he's a widower, she thought something else, so what? Basically.
Okay.
And then I much prefer Winslet's storyline, it's much more realistic. Well, it is, her storyline is she makes friends with this old guy, this retired film guy.
Arthur Abbott.
Arthur Rabbit, yeah.
Arthur Abbott.
And then she also, and her relationship with Jack Black's character is more realistic too, because as opposed to Jude Law turns up at the cottage and seconds after they introduce each other, they sleep together. Yeah, because that happens. Of course it does.
Well, it does. I mean, lots of people meet people in clubs. People meet people in clubs and sleep with them the same night.
Okay, but
It's a one-night stand.
Kate Winslet and Jack Black's characters are much more realistic. They build a foundation first, they make friends first, they hang out a bit first, then at the end they get together, and even then it's not jumping into bed together, it's just saying, will you go out with me, quick kiss, yes I will, and then later on they're together. See, that's much more realistic as far as I'm concerned. So I much preferred Winslet's storyline to Cameron Diaz.
And I mean with Jack Black's character and Kate Winslet's character, it's will they, won't they for a lot of the film, which is great. I mean,
Oh no, I knew they would.
It's not obvious. No, I know, but I think it's nice that they just kept guessing, will they, won't they? But it's not a strong will they, won't they? It's kind of like, oh, they're friends, oh, they're getting to know each other a bit more, oh, actually they're together. That's great. We're really happy for them.
Oh,
Whereas,
I knew from the beginning that they were going to get together, all I'm saying is I preferred the way that they did get together.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. The thing is, Cameron Diaz kept on going on about how she couldn't cry. What happened to her? Something happened to her where she cried her eyes out and she couldn't cry anymore. Her parents split.
Yeah. I think it was that. Yeah.
And then she cried and cried, and then she couldn't cry anymore.
And she'd been trying to cry like for all her life or something.
Which of course makes it obvious that she is going to cry in the film at some point. So then I started guessing about what's going to make her cry, so I figured Jude Law's still going to reveal something. So I put his wife isn't dead, his wife's going to turn up out of the blue and he lied to her, blah 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 blah. Yeah, then I drew a little picture of Jack Black. Because Jack Black's face is always the same, and Jack Black's character is always the same in every single film he does. I'm not saying I don't like it, I like Jack Black, he's a funny actor, and he's very modern and he always has me chuckling, but his character's always the same. He's always this sort of confident, sort of cocky, likeable character with raised eyebrows and
what's bad about that?
I didn't say anything was bad about that. I said I like it, but he always plays the same character in all the films he's in. Raised eyebrows, flat smile, smug smile. Show a picture of Jack Black that I drew. There it is. My picture of Jack Black there. And the last thing I put was it's too long, because in my opinion, for the genre of film that it is, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think it was, because it said an hour and 50 minutes when it shut down, and then we had about half an hour to go. So too long for a film like this, in my opinion. But hey, that's just a nitpick. My final thought on it is that it is different. It is different to usual rom-coms, right? It's not your yes, alright, oh yeah. It's not. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It was still boring as hell, but it is different. It's not the usual style of rom-com that I'm used to, which is why I got some of the guesswork wrong. Fair enough, But
I mean, you can't be perfect all the time, so your guesswork is going to be wrong sometimes.
But that's why it's guessing, because guessing doesn't mean that you're going to get it right. Guessing means that you just
you kind of just said, well, that's why I got some of the guesswork wrong. Yes, because you don't know everything.
No, but I never claimed to.
Okay.
I was just guessing because of the style of rom-com that I'm used to, which this wasn't. Yeah, but I just saw it as a sweetish sort of homage to classic style romantic films, romantic stories, like Breakfast at Tiffany's, Fair to Remember, that sort of
Audrey Hepburn films.
Weepy. I think weepy was a term that we used to hear about romantic films, and this is more of a weepy as opposed to a rom-com, in my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, that's okay. For what it was, yeah.
So the question is, what would you mark it out of 10?
5.
5.
5.
I would mark it. Well, I would say about 8.5 to 9 out of 10.
You make it official. 8.5 or 9?
8.5 out of 10. Oh, okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share these videos. If there's any films or videos that you would like us to review, then possibly we would be able to. Comment below and we will see. Next week, next time we do really relaxing reviews. We'll be flipping coin again. I'm hoping it'll be my turn first this time, but we'll see. And we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Finished?
Yes.